Robinson of Dream Life Worship Center in Randallstown, Maryland. And listen, I'm so glad that you're watching this morning as you prepare for your Sunday morning worship. This month is a very special month nationwide. It is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And this month we have a very special guest who is going to help us raise our level of awareness regarding that subject. So would you just welcome our guest this morning, Pastor Tamara McCain. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Pastor.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Pastor Robinson. I'm excited
Yeah.
to be here.
Well, welcome. I was sharing with our viewers that this month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and you are our guest, and you're going to help us to raise our level of awareness. Tell us, Pastor Tamara, what brings you to this place where you want to champion this effort?
Yes, so I want to be able to be a voice for others who may be suffering in silence, who haven't shared their testimony about the trauma of being sexually assaulted, molested, or raped. I share my testimony as being an 8-year-old little girl being molested by my grandmother's boyfriend, and I kept the secret over 15 years. I didn't tell
Wow.
till I was 15, and it was time for me to wake up. I felt like God was telling me it's time to share my testimony. It's time to share what He has done for me, and He has set me free. So
Wow.
I am ready to help somebody else be set free.
Absolutely. Now, Pastor, would you say it's a very common occurrence in our, is this something that happens more often than we recognize?
Yes, statistically, sexual abuse is a sexual activity that happens often. Over half women and almost 1 in 3 men have experienced sexual abuse in any sort of way: rape, molestation, incest. So it happens often. And what happens is people are afraid to open up because
Mhm.
people are afraid of being ashamed, and
Yeah.
they're afraid of people not believing them.
It seems as though there is a certain shame that is attached to it. There is a certain stigma that's attached to it. I know that if many of the viewers grew up like I did, you were always told what's done in this house stays in this house. And as a child, you're unable to decipher, what should not stay in the house, what you should
Yeah.
talk about, and what you should not. Has that been your experience?
I believe so. I believe that, what's done in the dark is stays in the dark. And, most
Mm,
families back in the day would sweep it under the rug. And, some of our ancestors went to their grave without being able to, tell the stories of what happened to them.
wow.
So till this day, people are still suffering in silence. So sexual assault awareness, we're trying to help and bring, the awareness to people that you don't have to suffer. You can tell, even if you feel like someone
Yeah.
don't believe you. God
Hmm.
believes everything that you say, and there is someone out there that will believe you.
Yeah, you said what's done in the dark stays in the dark. And in contrast to what we usually say, what's done in the dark will come to the light. It's not always so. What's done in the dark and stays in the dark, it continues to give that thing power. And speaking of awareness, what can people do to be more aware? How can we be more aware of what's going on around us, even in our families and our connections?
I believe we, as people, we have to show compassion. We have to show
Mm,
empathy to those who come to, someone to say, this happened to me. You have to show empathy, and you have to be compassionate towards them, even if you feel as though you may not believe them. But you don't have to tell them that. You
yeah.
allow them to continue to speak about what happened to them, and you go further to authorities if you feel the need to do so, or help that person, confront that person if that person,
Mm,
the molester is still around. You have to confront it sometimes, and sometimes you can't confront it. But each scenario is different. But
mm-hmm.
I encourage, people to speak up and speak out.
What are you doing in your community, in your ministry, to champion this effort? I understand you have something that's coming up that's going to help people who want to join with you in this effort.
Well, yes, I had my first conference titled "You Survived It" conference.
Mm,
It's going to be held at 9990 Liberty Road, April the 27th, from 1 to 4.
mm,
I have some dynamic panelists, speakers who are going to share their testimony. We also have a therapist that's going to be able to
Oh,
speak
yes.
from a therapy level about mental health when it comes to abuse and other things that go along with abuse,
Yeah.
because we have different disorders that's attached to abuse.
Mm,
So she'll be able to dissect and answer questions for those individuals. So I'm just praying that there'll be a large number, not to come see me, but to come
mm,
be set free and get that healing, and to know that, you know, Jesus is the way for us to be healed. It's only through
mm.
him, not through ourselves.
I love that. So this is going to be a great, great gathering for you to come out and support, for you to learn more, to you to raise your level, and for you to get help if it's something that you have experienced yourself. For you to get help, for you to get awareness. I love that you have a therapist, a professional on board. I know oftentimes in the faith communities, you know, sometimes I'm glad that we're more open to therapy and to
Yeah.
counseling now. And so even in the community of faith, you can marry spiritual disciplines with therapy, and God can do a great work in your life for healing, even through therapy. And so, thank you so much, Pastor Tamara. Tell the
Thank you.
viewers who want to come and be a part of your conference, who want to stay connected to you, how can they stay connected to you? How can they get more information on what you're doing?
All right, so you can go on to eventbrite.com for search up You Survived It conference. The
Mm,
event is free. We're going to have free food. There are going to be vendors. There are going to be laughter. There may be some tears, but come and be set free. Tell your mothers, tell your fathers, tell your sisters, tell your brothers, your grandmothers.
yes.
One who can benefit from this. You can also find me on Instagram at Tamara J Ministries, on Facebook, author Tamara McCain, and you can also reach me by phone 443-802-0415. And also, you can come visit me here at the Temple of Praise Church of Baltimore, located 111 Wheeler Avenue, where the best pastor is Pastor Tobias A.B. McCain.
Now listen, I don't know about that best pastor part, okay? But we're gonna share in there. We're gonna give you that for now, okay? All right. Well, thank you so much, Pastor Tamara. We appreciate you today, and for our viewers today, stay connected. Eventbrite, You Survived It Conference. Y'all look it up. Stay connected to what she's